In this video, I'm going to talk about comments in Python. Comments are something that you add to code to help explain what it's doing or how it works. Even with your own code, it gets very complex and you might come back to it a week or 2 weeks later and look at it and not remember exactly what that code is supposed to be doing or even how it works. So you would add comments to it to help explain to either you or other developers that might be reading your code what that code is doing. Comments can be added anywhere to your Python file, and the Python interpreter simply ignores their presence. And you create a comment by typing a hashtag or pound symbol and then putting in your comment. Now, anything after this first hashtag symbol on that line is going to be considered a comment. I can make this as long as I wanted, or I could add other hashtag symbols to it. And it's just going to see this entire line as a comment. If I wanted to create additional lines, I would just simply add more hashtags and add another comment. And then below the comments, I would write some code. So I can put the print function here to output hello to the console and run it. And the interpreter is going to simply ignore these two lines here that are comments and output hello to the console. And I could also add another comment after the statement. So if I wanted to maybe put a comment saying what this is going to output, I could do that. And if I run this again, we'll see that it simply ignores this line as well and just outputs hello. Another way to do comments in Python, and is often used with multiple lines, is to use the triple quotes, which are a set of 3 single or double quotes, and then your multiple line comment could go in between them. And if I run this, we'll see that it has no issue with that, runs properly. Even though this is technically a string in Python, because it's not being assigned to a variable and it's not being used in any way, the interpreter simply ignores it. Comments are also useful for testing out different parts of your code. So let's say that I had 2 print statements here, and maybe I was trying to test something or figure something out, and I only wanted one of these to run. I could simply add the hashtag before this statement here. Now when I run it, it only outputs goodbye. And then maybe I decide, okay, let me try the other one. So I'll remove the hashtag from it, add a hashtag to the next line, run that, and now it only outputs hello. There is one other thing about comments that will be talked about later on in the series when we get to functions, which is docstrings. Docstrings are a way to help interactive development environments such as Visual Studio Code provide additional information about functions and classes. So if I hover over the print function here, we'll see that we have this information down here. It says prints the value to a stream or to sys.stdout by default, and then has information about the arguments that it takes. This information is likely being provided by a docstring. So when we get to functions, I will explain how docstrings work and why they are so useful.